I hope my microphone is working. Your boy is just trying to live stream, and maybe I'll just talk about some bullshit. Let me check if I am good with the audio, and then I'll start talking. Your boy just on some bullshit. Check, check, check. Hello, hello, hello. Check, check, check. Oh, hello. Shit, alright, I'm all good. So, I'm just gonna be talking about some shit. I am 24 years old, in college, living at my school, and being 24 and in college, bro, I'm just ready to go, man. You know.
Casualties on one of the walkers. Do not underestimate the rebels. A walker is not.
I guess I want to talk about this one story that happened to me. This story happened to me when I was working at a movie theater. And I worked there. It was my second job ever, and I stayed there for a couple of years. I was working there before the pandemic. Pandemic happened, we closed down, and then I started going back to a 4-year university. And when I got to the 4-year, there was another movie location next to my school. So I just reapplied, and it ended up being a worse experience than I anticipated. I'll just say that. I just felt like the location that I was working at before the pandemic ran a lot smoother than the new location. So it was just a different, like, change of pace that I was expecting, because I was expecting an easier job while I was just working, but it ended up being kind of an annoying job. I just did not like it. But one of the funny things that happened there was the fact that, well, I was like maybe 22 turning 23 at the time, maybe 23 turning 24, and like, to give you a page of, you know, where my mental state was at, I was not in a good mental state, because when COVID happened, it was like in a time of my life where I just wanted to, you know, get on with my life, you know, just finish school, get things done. And, you know, when COVID happened, I felt like my life was on pause when I didn't want it to be on pause. I wanted to keep working and doing things, and, you know, that's just how I felt. So I was a little bit depressed, but whatever. So while working at this new location, you know, there was it was funny, because it was easy in terms of, like, just the girls there. They were just really immature, and I'm thinking I'm 23, and these girls are, you know, really, like, really young, you know, 18, 19, 20, and I'm like, God, this is not fun. So, you know, it was just because a lot of immatures, little, you know, little attitudes, and I was like expecting better, like a smoother running place. You know, I was shocked that I just did not like the culture there. But anywho, the point of this story is the fact that there was a girl there who was a bartender. She bartended at the movie theater. This theater had a bar. And when I got there, like, you know, I always thought that, you know, she was cool, you know. I never really liked white girls, but this girl was like a goth girl, and I never really got with like a goth girl. And I thought that, you know, maybe I'd try something if anything would happen. And she was like definitely the flirty type. You know what I'm saying? Like she would, you know, she would just be funny, you know. And you can't fault someone for, you know, being naturally flirty or whatever. Like it was just how it was. So anyway, she her being older, her being a bartender, I felt like I could relate to her a little bit more because a lot of the kids there, like, you know, if they're little kids, they can't really drink and they have a different mentality, you know, just younger people, you know. So I liked the bartenders there at that job more. So the goth girl, the white girl, you know, she's goth and she got a banging body. You know, she got curves like crazy, and you know, she got big titties, she got ass for a white girl, kind of a butterface, but the body was so banging, and like the personality was just like so inviting. You know what I'm saying? Where like your girl is just like, you can just tell like she kind of want a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, it's just like, all right, I'm not even worried about nothing, bro. This girl's cool, because I feel like it's gonna happen. Yeah, you know it's gonna happen, and it happens. And like what? Grown ass people, you know. But anywho, back to the stories. So she ended up being cool, you know, and there was a couple other bartenders I liked there. And so one day we were like, oh, let's go all hang out. So it was me, two of the bartender girls, and then another homegirl that used to work at the theater, but was just hanging out, you know, cool people. You know, I could fuck with the vibe of people who were there. So it's me, big titty goth girl. I call her big titty goth girl because she was big titty goth girl. And two other people. And while we were there, like, it's good vibes. Like, we're drinking, like, it's not that hard to talk to them, and it's just funny. But, you know, I was just, you know, I was just calling her out. I was like, girl, you a freak, you know. I could just tell. She was one of them goth girls that had, like, some, you know, dye her hair sometime. It was a goth girl that, you know, you ain't worried about getting pregnant because she ain't the type to keep it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And if you've never been in that situation, you just not living life correctly. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why politics matter. People be like, it divides us. For me, if she a leftist, I'm dividing them legs, bitch. You know, she's like, you know, cause if she don't want, you know, if she don't want to vote for Trump, she more likely to abort that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just different mindsets to this shit, bro. That's a little bit of game for you guys. You know, if she voted for Joe Biden, that baby she's saying Biden. Telling you, son, telling you, that's not the first one. But anyway, so we was drinking, and keeping that, you know, in mind. It's at her she's like baby watching, not baby watching, she house watching, you know, she's house watching. So she's house watching, and the house is pretty cool, and we're all drinking. Someone throws up, one of our friends, and that like signals the end of the night. But it was cool, it was good vibes. And so while we're like assigning places for people to sleep, because people sleeping, she's like, you can sleep in this room, and I'm like, cool. But then she goes, but my grandma just died in it like a couple months ago. I go, what the fuck? I said, hell no. So it was either her grandma or the house parent, the people's houses that she's housing, and the grandparents, whatever. Someone died in there. I know that for a fact. And I was like, I'm not sleeping in there. And then so I think she strategically said that, because right after I said hell no, she goes, okay, well, you can sleep with me. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was come on, man. You think that was a stress? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, you know, that shit just happens, you know. So, you know, doing a bunch of work, you know. Everybody go to sleep. I go to sleep. I'm laying on the bed, you know, and she's out there doing some shit with someone, right? And I'm like, man, but I want some pussy. I'm not going to sleep. I'm trying to stay up. I stay up for a good hour. Maybe it was 2 hours. I don't know. It was drunk determination, horny determination. Like, you know, when you drunk and you're horny and you think all you need to do to fucking get some pussy is just stay awake. Bitch, I'm staying awake. And I was in a dry spell. I did not have sex for maybe a year. I'm telling you, it was craziness, son. Like, you know, I was just depressed and not even trying, you know, like, girls don't entertain me like that, you know, so when this was happening, I'm fucking staying up in this bed. I'm waiting for her to come in the room. She finally settles whatever she was doing. Maybe she was helping someone, whatever. She comes in, she's like, you know, I hope you don't mind, I like to cuddle. I'm like, shit, it's counting on that shit. I was counting on that shit. She go, oh, she was in her fucking bra and panties, and we just got going at it. But you know, the worst part is I had whiskey dick. I had whiskey dick, and I just could not do it, man. It was terrible. Like, she tried everything, and we tried everything to get it going, man. When I say everything, bro. You know, I was telling her, I was giving her directions, like trying to figure out like a puzzle, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Albert Einstein said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So I was trying new things, trying to get my dick hard. You know, I told her, you know, one thing is I want to admit something I like. One of the things I like is when a bitch spits in my mouth. I like it. And nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? So nothing wrong with it. I asked her, okay, spit in my mouth. I can't believe I didn't get that. So I asked her to spit in my mouth, and she goes, "Are you a what'd she say? Are you a submissive?" I said, "I don't know." Right after I said, "I don't know," she slapped the shit out of me. I'm telling you, she slapped the shit. I seen it happen because she cocked back her arm like she was LeBron James going to the rack. I'm saying she was tomahawk yamming that shit into my face, backhanded like a pimp, like I owed her money. She fucking slapped the shit out of me so quickly I didn't have time to react. But I tried to get a little hard and it didn't work. But it was all like we were trying. That's what I'm just saying. We was trying everything to get my shit to work. In the end, I figured it was just because I wasn't that into her. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this bullshit.